Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm sorry I'm a day late with it, but I am going to do my Doctor Strange frame by frame breakdown. Um, sorry I'm a bit in a hurry, so I haven't done my research. Hopefully I can remember all the stuff that I had learned name wise. Again, I don't know that much about Doctor Strange. I'm learning. This movie looks fantastic. That's where I start most of my learning, and then I've got Marvel Universe. I'll go start reading some comics, but I kind of want to jump into this. We don't have that many frames. I think about 54, so I'm going to try and fly through these and just kind of analyze here a little bit. And again, I don't know why that started. Okay, there we go. So we start off on this awesome shot. You don't really know what it is, broken glass, and you start to realize the water ripple. You see a little bit of the face. It's really cool. Then you see him hanging, there's water rippling, and he's hanging upside down, and clearly a car wreck, and just looks really beaten up. It looks like maybe he's just above going into the water in this shot. I can't really tell, but it looks very visually cool. Your first cue, something really neat's going to happen in this. And then, of course, we see the car actually crashed in the water, and clearly he's not deep enough, so he's probably not in it. But it looks like some hell went down on that car. I don't know what, but that is not an easy way to wreck a car, particularly where it's like engine side out to the water. I don't know how you flip it and get down like that, but that is some crazy stuff. And then, of course, he's going to go soul searching the world, looking for answers, looking for ways to fix his hands, that got damaged, because they even show it in the trailer that, he lost his steady hands of a surgeon. So that's pretty sweet. I like it. Looks kind of like India, I guess, maybe. And I don't know what these things are. Maybe it's something comic-y, but, he's clearly rolling across them. It's almost like some kind of a combination lock or something. I don't think that's what it is, but I could be wrong. Maybe that is what it is. Maybe I'm being right about being wrong, however that works. Anyways, it's cool. His hands definitely all jacked up there, looking almost zombie-ish, but cool. And we get just this cool little smug look of him, even though this should be when he's not terribly smug because the beard thing, but it looks like he's in the place with the Ancient Ones, maybe. Ancient One, excuse me. And then, of course, right after the car wreck, I'm assuming it's definitely done some major damage to the guy. But clearly he's going to survive it and be more powerful for it eventually. And then I'm assuming this will be something that becomes a bit of a love interest, maybe. I don't know if that's a comic thing or something they just feel they need to do for the movies. Maybe it's not that at all. I mean, we only get the one little shot. Her character, I don't believe, is named on IMDb or anything yet. So maybe if you're like a super comic, like into Doctor Strange comics, maybe you know something I don't. You can tell me if you want. That's fine. I'm not worried about that being a spoiler. You don't have to give me all the details, but if she is somebody, you can just tell me who. Obviously not the actress. I know the actress, Rachel McAdams, I think. Although I thought it was Jennifer Garner for a second when I first saw it, but clearly not. And then I loved this, that we see kind of when he's high society doctor, it's just beautiful out the shot, and then boom, cuts to what I guess is later after he's kind of found his powers and everything, because the beard looks nice and trimmed up and everything, and it's gloomier outside. Maybe it's an alternate reality. I don't know. We're going to get a lot of that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I love the way they cut that in the trailer. I guess it's going to be a little bit like Iron Man, perhaps, too, where maybe he'll kind of start out on his journey and learning stuff, and we'll flash back to how he became the broken man from the arrogant thing. That could be kind of fun. And then, he's washing his hands. And I thought something looked really cool about this. And then I saw another video mention that it kind of looks like how he would be casting magical spells. I thought, okay, that's pretty neat. But, it just had a real neat fluidity to it that was interesting. And then, just bam, holding up the thing. And it's interesting, I didn't pick up on it in the first viewing, but he's looking in a mirror. So I don't know if he's doing a little soul searching here or not. It's clearly before the accident because I would assume he doesn't do any surgery stuff afterwards. So, and then I wonder, clearly that's just something they cut in the trailer. I mean, maybe not. Maybe there is a flashback cut there, but the way the hands lined up, I'm like, was that an accident? Was that planned? Because that was just really cool that you saw steady hands of a surgeon to shaky hands of a man that's, been through some shit. So very cool. Clearly still looking for answers, whatever he's doing. Yeah, that wreck was brutal. And look at all the crap that happened to his hands as a surgeon. See, I could never be a surgeon. I don't know how well that's coming across, but I have really trembly fingers. Luckily, I can still play guitar and other things. I like the way it was cutting to these different cities, talking about parallel universes and such. But of course, this was just kind of more like the New York City. That's probably the India section that he goes to, or wherever it is that he's going to find the Ancient Ones. And I'm guessing that's probably going to be the temple where I keep wanting to say the Ancient Ones. I'm sorry, I know it's the Ancient One, singular, but that looks like maybe where she would be found. So that's cool. And then we got Mordo. See, here's where I think it was Mordo. You know the guy I'm talking about. And clearly he's holding some kind of scroll, maybe, it looks like. Because, I'm sorry, Mr. Sunday Movies just put it in my head that I gotta say his joke about, I gotta try and say his joke about bloody wizards and their bloody scrolls. But by the way, if you haven't checked out Mr. Sunday Movies, I love that channel. You go check them out and check out their podcast. But I don't know. Sorry, just a fanboying. Anyways. Then, we got him. And again, yeah, this looks more like, I kind of want to say Bangladesh. I don't know why. Maybe I've heard that. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just totally full of it. I'm full of something right now. Ice cream and love. Uh, let's keep moving, though. Let's keep moving. And then, we get this first look of Saitama. I mean, yeah, of course you did that on purpose. The ancient one, Tilda Swanson, from behind. And that temple looks cool. Maybe I'm wrong about the other temple because off to the side, it kind of looks like China a little bit, the architecture there. But, I don't know. They're probably just building, it's probably its own realm or something. Again, I'm not that familiar, so I'm just speculating as a fan of film and what little I know about the comics. And, of course, that's supposed to be a symbol or something. Again, not sure what, but I just thought it was really neat, so I wanted to include it. It looks like Mordo and Strange kind of walking across it together. So maybe they're going to visit the Ancient One together. That would make some sense. This looks like he's in the middle of having his mind blown with some shit. Maybe seeing some parallel universe stuff. He's like, he doesn't know what's going on, clearly, that look in his eye. And there she is, man. She looks great. I know a lot of people, somebody was making jokes about cone heads, but I was like, I don't get it. No, I think it looks cool. I like her as ball. Actually, if anything, it reminds me of Star Trek: The Motion Picture, particularly because the outfit's kind of gray with a little bit of white. Oh, crap. Now that's what I'm going to now that's what I'm going to see when I see her, unfortunately. But then we get this nice little kung fu build up, and this, very kind of matrixy, which is fun. And then boom, that light up thing, that is cool. I like that effect a lot. And then it sends his freaking soul like right out of him, and he's astral projecting from a punch. She punched him into astral projection, and I love that look on his face, like, what the fuck? What am I looking at? And then, oh my God, what am I looking at? Like, that was clearly, if you saw my reaction, that was the moment when, like, my jaw drops, basically, because that was just beautiful and awesome and mind-bending. Speaking of mind-bending, we get some world-bending and some world-shaping and, parallel dimension-y stuff, I guess. Looks kind of like a church he's running through, so that's kind of cool. And then, so again, there's going to be lots of cool locations in this. Looks like maybe they teleported to some kind of snowy mountain. I guess it's a snowy mountain. I'm not sure. Is that a snowy mountain? I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry. But I just thought it was a cool shot. And here's where he's like excited. It's like, oh, here's the fun part of the magic before all the dark shit that inevitably will come. And then, yeah, it's probably going to be the villains. I don't know enough about villains, but they look cool. And it looks like he's got some henchmen surrounding him. So that's fun. And then, yeah, I guess they were kind of chasing down through Chinatown. Looks like Chinatown. It might actually be China, but it's probably Chinatown. I don't know. There's a little bit of English in there. Looks like he might be getting a little jealous of something. Perhaps. I do know enough to know what should become of this guy and his fate, so that should be cool. And, oh yeah, again, having his mind literally opened. And I love this, too, with, like, the thumb, and then, boom, it just sends him flying. And, and before I get to that, oh, man. But, yeah, he's flying. It's just, like, the visuals are going to be amazing in this movie. Case in point, right? And everybody's like Inception, and it is like Inception, but it's like a billion-fold Inception. Because it opens up, and then kind of look like, you see, like, the two lines of city and the wall. There's this little dot in the center, and then it's him falling, and now you can see it in the sky. He's, like, falling through these dimensions, and I love that. It's like an Escher thing almost, honestly. And then boom, falls back down into the temple or whatever, temple room or whatever it is, and bam, hits the chair and just bounces off. That is so cool. And that's just a gorgeously composed shot. I mean, it's a great set and costume design, but the composition of that shot, I'm just in awe of that. It's beautiful. And that, teach me. Teach me. And then, of course, we get this, the only thing with him in costume. And I didn't even notice. It's such a good trailer. I don't even notice we don't see him in costume until this brief bit at the end. And the window and everything, the Eye of Agamemnon. I'm learning. Bear with me. I'm learning. It is cool. Very excited for this. But yeah, so, I mean, Marvel, I think they're reinvigorating again. I am really excited for this one. I like philosophy, and I like that they're really going to go hog wild with the surreal visualizations of things. So I'm very excited about it. A lot of people are like, they want to see more mysticism. I'm like, look, give them time. This is the teaser trailer. Kind of like with Guardians, they don't want to like throw all the weird shit out at you right away. They want to kind of ease you into it. I'm sure by the end of the movie, we'll be seeing some crazy stuff, and even in future trailers. Again, I thought it was kind of cool. I didn't even notice we weren't seeing him in costume, or that he only says the two words, teach me, until the end when you see it. And you still don't even really see it. You just kind of get a hint of the cape, but it's cool. So I imagine the next one we'll actually see him in actual costume, and we'll see him using a bit of magic. So that should be fun. But yeah, oh, but that city shot and him falling, that's just way so cool. But anyways, yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Are you pumped for this? Did this trailer get you excited? Did you mind that you didn't even see him in costume, or did that get you angry because you were expecting it? I don't know. Let's talk about it down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give me that thumbs up so I know you want me to make more stuff like this. But seriously, if you really want more, keep hitting that subscribe button, because I'm going to keep making more, and a lot of it you're probably going to want to see, especially if you're enjoying this video. You're going to want to see everything else I keep making, because we got some really cool stuff coming down the pike as soon as I get some time to do it. But so speaking of getting some time to do it, I'm going to go ahead and shut up, and I'm going to get my button gear and go see if I can start messing around with one of the next big things I want to do for this channel, learning how to do something extra. So I hope you guys have had fun. I've had fun doing it, and I'll see you guys later.